Hello, friends. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most incredible discoveries in the history of mankind. We all know that time travel is impossible, but this great scientist made it possible. He was able to travel back in time and see everything with his own eyes. This discovery shocked the entire scientific community. And so far, no one can explain how he did it. What could this great man have seen when he traveled back in time? How did he do it? Let's find out in today's video. There are 5 amazing facts that you need to know about the discovery of Nikola Tesla, the great scientist who managed to travel back in time. First fact, in the late 19th century, Nikola Tesla was conducting experiments with alternating current when he had a sudden realization. He realized that if he could just increase the frequency of the alternating current to a certain level, then the magnetic field around the Earth would begin to contract and expand periodically. This would cause a tremendous release of energy, which could be used to power all of humanity. However, Tesla knew that this was impossible at the time because the technology did not yet exist. He decided to write down his idea and put it aside until the day when it would become possible. But Tesla never imagined that this day would come so soon. In 1901, just 3 years after Tesla's death, the first radio transmission was sent by Guglielmo Marconi. And in 1906, the first transatlantic radio transmission was sent. This was the breakthrough that Tesla had been waiting for. He realized that now it was possible to generate high-frequency electromagnetic waves that could be used to power all of humanity. So Tesla began working on his idea of Wardenclyffe Tower. He believed that if he could build a giant tower and direct the energy from the ionosphere into it, then he could use it to power all of New York City. Unfortunately, Tesla ran out of money before he could finish his tower. But his idea did not go away. The second fact, the Wardenclyffe Tower was built in 1909 by John Hayes Hammond Jr.B. in Sea Cliff, New York. It was a wooden tower that was 57 meters tall and was equipped with a transmitter that could generate high-frequency electromagnetic waves. Hammond hoped that he could use the tower to transmit wireless energy around the world. However, the project was never finished, and the tower was dismantled in 1917. The third fact, in the early 20th century, many scientists believed that time travel was possible. They proposed various theories and even some experiments were conducted. However, with the advent of Einstein's theory of relativity, the idea of time travel became more complicated. According to Einstein's theory, time is relative and depends on the observer's frame of reference. This means that 2 observers who are moving relative to each other will perceive time differently. For example, if an observer is moving at a very high speed, then time will pass more slowly for him than for an observer who is at rest. This phenomenon is known as time dilation. Scientists began to believe that if it were possible to move an object at a very high speed, then it would be possible to travel back in time. However, it was also believed that this would require a huge amount of energy and technology that was far beyond the capabilities of the time. Despite this, the idea of time travel never disappeared completely and continued to be explored by scientists. The fourth fact, Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in modern-day Croatia. His father was a Serbian Orthodox priest, and his mother was a housewife. From an early age, Tesla showed an interest in science and technology. When he was 5 years old, he built a model of a water wheel, and at the age of 9, he invented a lightning rod. After graduating from high school, Tesla enrolled in the Austrian Army Technical College in Graz, Austria, where he studied electrical engineering. After graduating in 1878, Tesla began working in the field of electrical engineering. He worked for several companies in Europe before moving to the United States in 1884. In the United States, Tesla worked for a short time at Edison's company, before starting his own laboratory in New York. There he developed his famous alternating current system, which he demonstrated in 1893 at the World's Fair in Chicago. Tesla's inventions and discoveries include the induction motor, the Tesla coil, the Tesla transformer, and the Tesla turbine. He also conducted experiments on remote control, X-rays, and neon lights. Tesla died on January 7, 1943, at the age of 86. The fifth fact, time travel, is a fascinating concept that has captured the imagination of humans for centuries. The idea of being able to travel through time and witness historical events firsthand, or even alter the course of history, is incredibly appealing. However, despite its popularity in science fiction stories, time travel remains purely theoretical and has yet to be achieved in reality. One of the main reasons why time travel is so difficult to achieve is because it requires breaking the laws of physics as we currently understand them. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is relative and is affected by factors such as speed and gravity. This means that it is theoretically possible to travel to the future by moving at a very high speed or by being in a strong gravitational field. However, traveling to the past would require breaking this law of physics. Some scientists believe that this may be possible through wormholes, which are hypothetical tunnels that connect two different points in space-time. However, wormholes have never been observed, and their existence remains purely speculative. Despite the challenges involved in time travel, there are still those who believe that it is possible. Some individuals have claimed to have traveled back in time and have shared their experiences online. However, these claims have not been verified and remain controversial. Others believe that time travel may be possible through dreams or meditation, and some have even suggested that it may be possible through certain drugs or altered states of consciousness. While these claims are intriguing, they also lack scientific evidence. The possibility of time travel continues to fascinate scientists and science fiction fans alike. As our understanding of the universe expands, we may learn that time travel is actually possible. However, until that time, it remains a mystery whether or not we will ever be able to travel through time. So what do you think? Is time travel possible? Have you ever experienced time travel? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.